Good evening. Brilliant.
Dang it.
That was brilliant. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Cocktails and Conversations, the New York Cosplay Cabaret pre-show, where we have cocktails and beers and conversation about what's geek to us and get psyched up and ready for tonight's show. I'm Lawrence. Points in the right direction. That is Kate.
Hello.
How you doing, love?
I'm doing fabulous now. I just realized, I got this ring light and I didn't have it on. And so I'm like, I have enough time. And you saw it.
Yeah. Jamal's right on it. Jamal's like, the magic is ruined.
Sorry, Jamal. I know. Dang it.
Jamal,
I can't ever work at Disney World because I've just ruined the magic.
No, it's one. Oh, Jesus. It's thunder again. I don't know if you guys, most people so far on the East Coast, just looking at the chat, but eventually we'll have people, I'm assuming, across the country again. It is pouring. It has been intermittently pouring here from Hurricane, Elsa?
Yes.
Yeah, Elsa is just letting it go all over our weather patterns.
Letting it go. She really is.
Is letting it go all over our wedding patterns, and it's no fun at all.
There's we were just talking, because we live uptown in Harlem / the Heights, and there's a bit of an echo. Can you hear that? Is that
Echo?
Echo?
You echoing or I'm echoing?
I'm echoing.
You want to try muting your mic and coming back?
If that works. Let's try it. Is that better? No, I'm still echoing. I don't know how to fix it.
Hold on. Let me see if it's on my end. Bear with us, guys. You know how it is with technology and stuff sometimes.
Again, ruining the magic. One at a time.
Do you have there should be echo cancellation on the microphones. My echo cancellation is on. So, and at the little settings wheel, the cog wheel that says camera and mic, if you go down there,
audio,
and then there should be a button that says echo cancellation.
It's on. Hello?
Oh my God. Are you coming through multiple devices?
Meow, meow, meow. No, it's just this. Oh, wait, that seems to be better.
Yay.
Hello? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime girl.
Ragtime girl.
And that's a perfect segue into tonight's show, as seen on TV.
It was all planned the whole time.
It was all planned the whole time. So guys, we have a great show for you tonight. Me and Kate were just saying, we've done these basically every month since the pandemic started. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. But for some reason, it feels like it's been an eternity since the last show.
Ages. I don't know if it's just because it's the summertime, things are happening, things are opening back up again, so it feels like people are doing more, but I don't know. I'm right there with you. It feels like it's been a minute since we've done this cabaret.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a minute. I was like, why there's so much time? Was there a gap? No, there wasn't a gap. It just seems like forever. But we're here. We're back. We have a great show tonight. Not nearly as long as our last couple of shows, which is kind of cool. And so let's just get this out of the way, and I'm sure this will be said multiple times tonight. So we have 2 virtual shows on the calendar. This one, our 4th annual summer sci-fi show, which every year has been one of my favorite shows that we've done, our Sci-Fi Spectacular, in August. And then we are taking a month off in September, which we normally do in the real world, but we're going to do that virtually. We're going to take a month off. One, because I'm going to be down at Dragon Con in Atlanta, and I'm not remotely trying to do this remotely. And 2, because when we come back in October with the 4th annual Road to New York Comic Con, it will be in the real world. Back at 53 Broadway Comedy Club.
I'm so excited. I'm so ready to be just back with people. Like, you know, having an audience in front of me so I know when I'm not funny as opposed to just assuming that naturally.
You are always funny. Come on.
I'm kidding. But, you know, it's just, I mean, and even to see, like, everyone we love, you know, like the new faces, the old family, familiar faces.
Yeah.
I'm chomping at the bit.
I was going to attempt to share a screen. Wait, window, share window. Logitech StreamYard. Hold on one second. There we go.
Here.
Share window. Yay, share. Bam. I wanted to bring that up.
Woo.
So yeah, we have sci-fi coming up. We're going to be back in the real world in October, and Disney is being moved to November, which will be virtual. That will still be a virtual show. Mm-hmm. Once we go back to Broadway Comedy Club, we're going back to every other month because the logistics of doing the live show every month are just cray-cray. I ain't about that. Someday, but not today. So it'll be October live, November virtual, and then December, our annual holiday show will be live again. And because it did so well last year, I think, at least for the time being, the holidays is now when we go back to the 80s.
I agree. I mean, yeah, it was such a success. And I mean, everyone, the numbers were all so good. I was so impressed with everybody. I mean, I always am, but like that show in particular, people just like knocked it out of the park with their songs, man. Oh, you're muted, Lawrence.
There was some amazing stuff happening for back to the 80s. You know, like Evie, who is rocking it tonight, by the way. Her Shira number with, was it Pat Benatar?
Yes.
Yes. From what's the name of that movie? From Legend of Billie Jean. Yeah.
So good. I mean, you'll see tonight. I mean, first of all, her costumes are, I want to like raid her closet. I want to just like go in with like a bag, just like, you know, straight up, like, just steal everything.
I know, right? Seriously, she's amazing. Mm-hmm. Trying to think of what else tonight. So yeah, you would think doing as seen on TV, we'd end up with a lot of modern stuff, but we're actually going all the way back to the 50s. We got the Honeymooners in there. We've got
Ricky and Lucy.
Oh my God, Ricky and Lucy, which I was stoked. Then we've got we were talking about this earlier before we went live. Super Jail, which I've never seen before.
I had to look it up, and you know what? I'm glad I did, because now I know. But wow, if you guys look up the show Super Jail, I'm just saying, be prepared. It's not suitable for children.
Yeah, not suitable for children. What else we have? WandaVision.
All the
WandaVision. Oh my God. Oh, we have a couple of streaming shows. Mm-hmm. So Netflix counts.
Yes. We also, one of our songs pays homage to the many infomercials from back in the day. So you may see some familiar items that you may have coveted as a younger person.
Yeah, I love that one of our performers took as seen on TV literally, which was kind of cool. I dug into my vault from August 2001, and I found a video that will probably haunt me if I ever make it like famous. This will be the video that Jimmy Fallon goes, "Hey, this is what we found on the internet." A really, really crap old school production show video of this show I did called Bandstand Boogie for Renaissance Cruises that had a whole section on retro TV, and then in that retro TV section was a 90-second section on retro commercials. Back when commercials actually had like, song lyrics and themes and all that. And y'all, seriously, I probably haven't watched this video in 15 years. Aside from thinking, how the hell did I have a job? Because wow, I sucked. It's just really funny watching, like listening to the theme songs and the performances. Also, I looked at it and I was like, man, you were skinny once.
Oh, please. First of all, you've never sucked, Lawrence. You're fabulous.
I have, when I'm asked nicely. And quite well, from what I've been told.
Oh, my.
Just saying. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. Captain Ed. Heather, I swear to God, it's like you've fallen off the planet. Ernesto, who is in the chat. What time is it? It is 7:46, which is perfect. So Ernesto Castanda, he's the chief from the USS Growler, fellow fan. He is also our cocktail connoisseur. Cocktails and Conversations would not be what it is without the cocktails for the night. So we are going to kick it to him in just a little bit. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. He has a fantastic cocktail. Heather, I don't know. Did I show you? Do you know what it is without giving it away? Did you know what it is? I don't remember if it was posted in the virtual green room or if I mentioned to you what Ernesto did, because I know I didn't send you the video. Do you know what he's doing? Yeah, you.
Oh no, I don't know the cocktail for this time around.
So yeah, he is. Hey, Rachel. Evie. He's doing a cocktail inspired by an extremely long-running television show. So,
I think okay. I won't say, but I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick it to that, and then we're gonna start. We have a full 10-minute pre-show countdown for the show, so we're actually gonna start a little bit before 8, so that we don't keep pushing the needle to where we're here at 11:30. Not that should happen tonight, but you know how me and Kate get.
What's that Book of Mormon song? The you and me, but mostly me.
I know. That's when I like Kate. That's when I'm like on my phone texting Kate. I'm like, we need to pick up the pace. It's almost 11:30.
You notice like the amount of jokes just slowly declines. Like joke. Nope. Okay. And our next performer is this person. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, when we start barreling through the clock, you know that we're running long and stuff. But you guys always manage to stick with us, which we love.
I know.
Which we love. I always keep an eye on the counter, which we love. So guys, for those of you watching, we are going to get ready with our cocktails and conversation. Ernesto's going to come up. We're going to have our pre-show, and then we're going to switch to the performance. Let's get through some housekeeping. If you are, I just realized I did not pull up my show notes. See, Kate, this is what we're saying about, it's so easy. We've got this down to a science. We haven't missed anything. And I looked down at the screen. Below the camera, and there's nothing on it.
I even said, I was like, is there something we're missing? But
I'm looking at the inside of the TARDIS. I do not have my show notes up at all. Hold on. Shopping list, proposals, Motown Forever. Oh, God, I don't even know where it is.
Ooh, I just watched a really good documentary that I'll have to talk to you about. Like, literally, I went and saw it yesterday.
About what?
I love it. It's all about, so they had, the same year, 1969, that they had Woodstock, there was this other festival that happened up in Harlem.
Oh, Summer of Soul.
Yes.
What's his name? Questlove's movie. Did you see it?
It's amazing. It's so good. Honestly, like, everybody go see it because it's fascinating. It's all about the history and the culture of Harlem and this festival that they documented and recorded, but then the videos just sat in a basement for 50 years and have only recently resurfaced. But it was super important, and it was it spanned over several days. And oh my God, they had Stevie. I mean, I learned that I never knew Stevie Wonder played the drums, and that was one of the first.
Wait, Stevie played the drums?
That's apparently how he was discovered, not for his piano playing, but he plays the drums, and he was discovered it shows this video of him walking from the piano over to this drum set and just jamming out on these drums, and I was like, what? And
I never knew
of this movie.
I never knew Stevie Wonder played the drums. I had no idea Stevie Wonder played the drums.
I was yesterday years old when I found that out too. So yeah, I'll look up the name of the documentary, or you can. It's
Yeah, I think it's called Summer of Soul, which is, and it's Questlove's. Questlove was, well, I mean, he's always on Fallon because he's in the band, but he was the guest on Fallon, and the other night, and they were talking about it. So that's cool. We have to go see that.
It's so awesome, and just, I mean, great music. Like, the artists they had were just amazing. So you'll have a good time. But yeah.
Yay! All right. Well, you heard it from Kate, our MC. We're going to kick it over to Ernesto, who is going to light you up with your As Seen on TV inspired cocktail for this evening. We'll be back in just a little bit to get the show started.
Hey, Geek Life Rules, Cosplay Cabaret. It's your cocktail connoisseur, Ernesto, and this mix is filmed before a live studio audience. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a classic cocktail from one of the longest-running shows in television history, The Simpsons. Now, we're talking The Simpsons. If it's not Duff Beer, there's only one other possibility, folks. That's right. I'm making a flaming mo. Now, for safety purposes, I have to say, don't try this at home. That being said, you're going to need 1 ounce of vodka. You're going to need 1 ounce of gin. You're going to need 1 ounce of creme de valette. And we want to thicken up this mixture a little bit, so 1 ounce of simple syrup. This is very easy to make. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, bring to a boil, let it cool. You have simple syrup. You're going to want to pour this into your shaker. Give it a great shake. You want all those flavors to mix together. Then, strain this concoction into a rocks glass. Look at this purple. That's cough syrup right there, folks. But I guarantee you, it tastes a lot better. Now, here's the trick. Take your bartender's spoon. You pour 151 proof rum right on top. You're going to want to do about 1/4 to 1/2 ounce of that. Enough to cover the top. Now, here's the magic. Ladies and gentlemen, the flaming mo. But we're not done. Once you blow out that flame, because that's really important, you're going to want to pour this into a rocks glass. This is a very potent drink, so you're going to want to sip it slowly while you enjoy As Seen on TV at Cosplay Cabaret. Cheers.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like, I remember watching that. I mean, obviously, like, way back when I was, like, too young to drink. But, like, also being like, I can't wait till I'm old enough to drink a Flaming Mo, even though I'm like, it looks like it would kill me. But, like, I still was like, I want that.
It is. I want that. I want that. I want it very much. Yeah. Thank you so much for Ernesto for making the Flaming Mo, for not burning down his house. Remember, kids, if you try that at home, it says don't try that at home, but if you try that at home, just, take proper precautions. We're all adults. We are going to start our pre-show countdown. Part of our pre-show countdown, I know this is the time that some people run to get drinks and all that, and that's cool. But part of our pre-show countdown is going to be a video called The History of Television, and I think you guys are going to like it. And we're also going to kick off our pre-show countdown. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell people what it is. When we come back to open the show, I'm going to see whether or not people already know what it is. Guys, if you've already gotten your ticket through Eventbrite, thank you so much. The performers donate their time to the New York Cosplay Cabaret. to help raise awareness for themselves and for charities. Tonight's show actually does not have an attached charity. Because we're down to our last 2 shows and performers are getting vamped up to get back into the real world, we're discovering that means stuff like new headshots and new equipment and stuff that's really, really expensive. So the proceeds, both ticket proceeds and virtual tips and donations, will all be going to a worthy charity called Starving Artists for tonight's show. So if you have gone through Eventbrite, thank you very much. But as always, virtual tips and donations will be accepted throughout the entire night at GeekLifeRules, Venmo, PayPal, Cash. If you haven't, you can also do the suggested ticket donation at GeekLifeRules, PayPal, Venmo, Cash. Hashtag New York Cosplay Cabaret. It's going to be a fun night. Let's get things started with our pre-show countdown and see you all in a little bit.
Stand by for the opening night of the National Television Service.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. If you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, the pre-show is streamed everywhere. The show is only on YouTube. So once the countdown gets down to about the 6-minute mark, the Facebook and Twitch links will go dead, and you have to go to the YouTube channel. It's Lawrence Neals - Geek Life Rules or Geek Life Rules on YouTube for tonight's show. All right, guys. Before you go, don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. The algorithm gobs must be appeased here at Facebook. And then when you get to YouTube, same thing. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications about future shows and future videos, because that, drums up our numbers and it drums up our traffic and it helps us bring more stuff to you. All right, now, pre-show. Yay!
Stand by for the opening night of the National Television Service. Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children. This emblem that you've just seen is tonight the symbol of a historic occasion, the opening of the National Television Service, which of course is your television service. And we hope that tonight, and in the weeks and years to come, that you're going to see and enjoy a lot more of it on ABN2, ABN Channel 2. Now, my name is Michael Charlton, and I'm your host here tonight. I'm here to welcome you and show you around and let you meet a few of the people who are going to make this service tick. And we're going to show you something, too, of how we bring these people, the entertainers, to your homes, how we bring them to that small, bright screen in your living room that you're watching now, or perhaps as many of you are doing, looking through shop windows of television screens in the street. This afternoon, when we were setting up equipment for the program that you're watching at present, we recorded what we saw. And here it is with a sporting commentator whose name you probably all know already from Sound Broadcasting, Brian McKenna. So it's over to you, Brian.
Mario, we got a big problem.
What is Gorilla wearing?
That's the problem. He came up with an idea for a skit and he's insisting we do it. It's identical to the famous Vitamita Vegemins sketch from I Love Lucy, but Gorilla's never seen I Love Lucy. It's an amazing coincidence, really.
Wait a minute, you never seen I Love Lucy's? What, how can you not have seen that show? Don't you watch television?
You missed out on a lot of great entertainment over the last 60 years, Gorilla. Okay, we gotta stop this. Mario, go get your Rod Serling outfit.
My what?
Just go get it. I got an idea.
Imagine, if you will, a show so strange it shouldn't come first. Because all our other shows are in order. But not this one. This is The Twilight Zone.
Now, we begin in 1949 with our first show that we would like to talk about.
It was great. They had guns and they horse.
At the Place of the West, it was really the best.
And they had Tonto and his name was the Lone Ranger. Lucille found Mary Desi Yanez, but they slept in separate beds because it was 1950.
Oh, you sweet child actors, you all turn out so bad. But I can't help wishing that Buckwheat was my dad. This was the tale of a little boy,
And Beaver was his name.
he told no lies and he loved his mom.
And everyone thought he was lame.
Forgettable show with a great theme song.
This was a western that set in Lake Tahoe. There were a lot of characters, but I only remember Joe.
Gleason, Jackie Gleason, they ripped you off and made this show.
There are three sons, there are three sons. Then there's Dad, who had three sons. The guy from Mary Poppins got married to Mary, but not to Mary Poppins. I mean Tyler Moore.
Secret Asian man, secret.
This is a show about monsters, the only one of its kind.
This show's about the genie who looks good in a bikini. That's why this is my favorite show.
Good morning, Mr. Mario. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to not freak out. This tape will self-destruct in 2 seconds.
It's set in Hawaii, and it's about Five-O's. And that's why the show's called Hawaii Five-O.
The racy things that Archie'd say.
A bacon in the nicest way.
Can't believe this got airplay. Those were the days. Son and Sanford made their living selling trash.
Won't you check out Lamont's 70s mustache?
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days.
Linda Carter's thought as
I'm in love with a nice teacher tried to teach kids like John Travolta.
John was too dumb to learn.
Come and knock on our door. Jack is behind the door. Been waiting for you. Won't come out of the loo, but eventually Susan Summers queen, and the rope was did too.
Just a good old boy,
They were good old boys.
never meaning no harm.
Uncle Jesse's their dad.
Beats all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
You take 4 girls, you take a hag, you add the house, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
I'm Hannibal, now I'm Dave, now I'm Murdoch, and now I'm Mr. T.
Hey, Theo! Come dance with your dad! Bro! This show came out in 1990.
And it will never end,
So many law and orders.
and they're same.
What is the deal with cereal?
What's the deal with
What
reality
is the
television?
deal with Superman?
They're not real.
What is the deal with Seinfeld? Now this is a story all about how Will Smith quit rap to be a cash cow.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
This is a story about a TV show that won a ton of awards, but nobody watched.
I don't understand.
I don't care anymore.
Madmen, bossy admin, drinking 60s drinks on my TV.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you wanna have fun, do something. If you wanna have fun, do something.
And there you have it. Television has come a long way, from the Lone Ranger to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, congratulations, television.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have reached start. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
Go! Oh, honey, go. Fly like an eagle. Go. Unbelievable.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you
when the rain starts to fall.
I'll be there for you
like I've been there before.
I'll be there for you,
'cause you're there for me too.
You're still in bed at 10 and work began at 8. You burned your breakfast so fast, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought down to your knees. That I'll be there for you
when the rain starts to fall.
I'll be there for you
like I've been there before.
I'll be there for you,
'cause you're there for me too.
No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone I'll always laugh with, even at my worst, I'm best with you. Yeah. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year.
I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and officially welcome to the Geek Life Rules New York Cosplay Cabaret. Tonight's theme, as seen on TV. My name is Lawrence Neals. This right next to me is your illustrious host, Miss Kate Hoover. How are you all doing tonight?
Woo! Ready to see some songs.
Woo!
Let's go back in time a little bit.
We are. What did you think of the opening, Kate?
I mean, which one? Like the puppets, because that was hilarious. But also the friends, like I loved that. Like seeing everybody. I mean, gosh, I love the things you come up with are always just chef's kiss.
So the puppets, very quickly, let me make, before I forget, because I keep forgetting the name and haven't looked back. They're called Glove and Boots. They have a YouTube channel where they have a bunch of educational videos. Go check them out. Go like and subscribe and check them out and send them numbers. That history of television was just one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen in my entire life. The ape singing, meh, 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 meh. So many law and orders, and they all are the same. Oh my God, I was just dying the whole time.
It's so accurate. Yeah, like, and I'm sorry, like the one thing that I like might disagree with is like they're like, oh, the Arrested Development, where they're like, this show was nominated for so many awards and no one saw it. I'm like, I feel like a lot of people saw that show, but I mean, I also agree. I was a huge Lost person, and it hurt a little bit that they're like, I don't care anymore. I'm like,
oh my God, I don't understand it. I don't care. Yeah, they just love the zeitgeist. Also, big round of applause to our entire cast tonight that helped with the giant Friends I'll Be There For You opening intro. That was a whole lot of fun to put together. For all the footage that you guys saw, imagine just all the blooper stuff that didn't get used because it was just impossible to use it all. I can picture everybody out there going, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Very quick, let's give a hello and a quick shout out to everybody out in the audience. Jamal Taylor, who is our technical advisor and supervisor. How are you doing, Jamal? Great to see you. Jason Grenier. Great opening. Thank you very much, Jason. Very much appreciate that. Belinda, hey. Ernesto Castano, puppets rules. Yes. And they can be loud as the hell as they want. Heather, Mr. Wayne, Henry. A lot of our cast is in the audience, guys, so feel free to show them some love at any time. Michelle Morris says, love that shirt. Which shirt are you referring to, Michelle? How are you doing, by the way? Hey, Danny. Good to see you. And Calixta, how are you? Good to see you too.
Oh, Calixta. Hello, girl.
And yeah, so far so good. So guys, if this is your first time to the New York Cosplay Cabaret, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you. And if you've been here before, welcome back. We are coming to the tail end of our huge virtual season that we started in the pandemic 14 months ago, in the before times. And 20 shows later, wow, we've actually done more shows than a calendar year's worth of shows with COVID. Thank you to everyone in our now expanded international audience for supporting us. It's been absolutely awesome. But our next show in August will be virtual. Then we take a month off. And when we come back for New York Comic Con, we will be back home at Broadway Comedy Club, 53 above Broadway in the real world. I'm excited. Are you excited, Kate?
Oh, a little bit. Can you tell? Is it obvious?
A little bit. It'll be nice to not be sitting behind all the screens and stuff you can't see here. But yeah, guys, we have a fantastic group of cosplay performers who are going to be performing for you tonight. In a minute, I'm going to kick it off to your host, Kate. But some housekeeping rules. First and foremost, if you came through the ticket link at Eventbrite, thank you. The suggested donation tonight was $15. That is going to our cast. Most of our cast are professional and semi-professional artists, and it will go to them. We will be accepting tips throughout the night virtually. You can send them to GeekLifeRules at GeekLifeRules, Venmo, PayPal, Cash, and it will be split evenly amongst the cast. So yay! If you came here because somebody shared the link, and you do have it within your means, consider donating to the suggested donation, or tipping the cast. They do appreciate it for the work they do. Also, by the way, while you are here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Share the link, whether or not these people can, whether or not they pay the ticket or not. Share the link so we can get our performance in front of as many eyes as possible and drum up the traffic so that we can bring you more stuff. For those of you who are new, everyone else knows where I'm about to go. Let's tell you how the Cosplay Cabaret works. Our cosplayer performers donate their time. They do a lot of work on their own. They write their own parodies. They put a lot of work into what they do. And as such, we have a big zero trolling policy here at Geek Life Rules. That means if you see something you love, some claps, some emojis, some tips, all happy. You're not going to like everything you see, and that is your right. But if you don't like it, we ask that you keep it to yourself. Please don't put any sarcastic comments or any disparaging remarks in the chat. We don't appreciate it. The artist doesn't appreciate it because they still put a lot of work in. If you do this and it is brought to our attention, you will be bumped from the show. You will be permanently banned. There is no, hey, would you mind? You should know better. We're all adults. So there is no second and third chance. You get one chance. So just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Basically.
Treat it like Beetlejuice, where we will banish you to the land of the sandworms.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else? I already did that. Yeah. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, your hostess with the mostest, Miss Kate Hoover. Seriously, Kate. Sometimes it's like, this is a continuing theme of what we are tonight. Like on it and then not on it and then cray.
We find our way back.
I'm going to hand it over to Kate and go get another beer.
Yes, do it. Well, welcome, guys. Both old and new friends. Happy to have you here. So I'm thrilled to start off our cabaret. But first and foremost, so of course it's as seen on TV. And I have this little, like, I'm going to play a thing for you. I hope this works. It could fail miserably. But, you know, some people took that as you'll find, like, literally, because, like, you know, it's not just TV shows, but like if you're thinking any kind of jingle or infomercial or anything, it's also included. So this one song, or this one, I guess, mashup infomercial will stay in my head. In fact, I own this product. So I'm going to play this clip for you and guess if you can what it is. Ready? Here we go. Have you gotten it yet? I don't know if you can see the screen.
Experience pure moods.
Pure Moods. Y'all remember that? I actually have the CD of Pure Moods. Just a, you know, humble brag for a hot sec. Is that a humble brag? Or, you know, is it just because I have just way too many outdated CDs? But yes, I'm sure we've all woken up at like 2 a.m. to that exact mashup of songs. But that's not why we're here today. We're here for your fabulous performers. And so without further ado, let's start it out with your first performer, Miss Evie Oddly, which I'm so excited for you to see. So, Wanda's a magical gal in a small town locale who spends her days keeping house, talking with the nosy neighbors, and making dinner for her totally human husband, Vision. Golly gee, everything in Westview is just so perfect and peaceful. You'll never want to leave, which is good because you physically can't. Evie brings Wanda's nostalgic charms to the small black and white screen with this lovely little ditty from the 50s. So please give a warm welcome to your first performer, the lovely Miss Evie Oddly.
The sweet, sweet memories you gave me. You can't beat the memories you gave me.
Take one fresh and tender kiss
Memories you gave me.
as we find One girl, one boy, some grief, some joy. Memories are made of this.
Memories you gave me.
In this town made from the past.
Memories you gave me.
Peace and quiet while it lasts.
Memories you gave me.
Your lips and mine, 2 sips of wine. Memories are made of this.
Memories you gave me.
Then at the wedding bells, one house where lovers dwell. 2 little kids for the flavor. Stir carefully through the days. See how the flavor stays. These are the dreams you will savor. Now you'll never want to leave.
Memories you gave me.
This is all we'll ever need.
Memories you gave me.
One man, one wife, one love through life. Memories are made of this.
Memories you gave me.
Memories are made of this.
Yeah.
Yes, the illustrious Madam Evie Apple. How are you, love?
I am peachy keen.
Oh my gosh, you sure are. You sure are. My goodness. I don't know if you were listening before when we were talking, but like
I was. You know, you're so nice.
I'm nice until I steal all your clothes, and then
Well, come on over. We'll have a dress up party.
yeah. Now, of course, I'll do it.
Let's hit up the comments over here. We've got Barely Ellis giving you a whole bunch of love. Belinda giving you a whole bunch of love. Ernesto giving you a whole lot of love. Heather is perfection as always.
Oh. Fiddle-dee-dee.
Jason Grenier says, love the mid-century style.
So do I.
Lobster Thermidor. Gotta love it. And
Yes.
Lily Hayes says, OMG, so perfect.
Aw.
Which it was. So yeah, if you guys, unless you've been under a rock, WandaVision has hit the zeitgeist, probably more so than any other Marvel TV show.
Yet.
Okay, you do realize that you do realize that I was totally setting you up for what you
Yeah.
right?
I knew you were.
We had the most awesome, oh my god, it's like almost 3-hour long conversation a week ago about Loki and all things geek that was just amazing. I have not seen tonight's episode of Loki. I don't know if everyone else has seen it because the episode just came out. But so obviously you like WandaVision because you did this number. Where are WandaVision and Loki on your scale right now?
So obviously I was very much expecting to fall in love with Loki, being that I was obsessed with him to begin with. I wasn't expecting, I'd never really honestly liked Don't Kill Me. I didn't really like Wanda. Like I don't like her
The
whole
character
deal.
or what they did with her in the MCU?
No, yeah, probably the latter. Yeah, they kind of, she kind of got sidelined and just was just unpleasant all the time. And like, I get it, she's got a tragic past and stuff, but I just never really like gelled with her. I always liked Vision, but didn't really know a lot about him. So I think WandaVision was the biggest surprise. That as I was watching it, I was like, I really care about them a lot. Like I didn't think I was going to, but I really, really did. And I've always been a huge fan of retro stuff, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s stuff. So it was very obviously 80s. So that was a huge part of it. When it first started, I was like, so wait, they're going to do every decade? This is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You did it. You also do retro stuff very well. And also, Elizabeth Olsen just showed herself to be an amazing actress, like completely embodying all the different styles.
Yeah. I mean, so that was also really a surprise too, because obviously I knew how good Tom Hiddleston was, but I didn't know how good Elizabeth Olsen could be, because the MCU didn't. Like, she didn't have enough to do, I don't think, in the movies.
Yeah. So here's my gauntlet for you, since you brought it up. You now have to do one performance of every decade of every style of WandaVision. Gauntlet has been thrown. And we're literally going to do an entire cabaret that's just you.
Do not threaten me with a good time. I will do it. I will do it.
I will be there front row.
Yes, I will pick a Wanda song from each decade.
It'll be awesome. Evie, thank you so much for sharing your talents with us again. You are always amazing. Guys, you can find her, I'm not sure if it was in the video, at EvieApple77, correct, on Instagram? And are you, you've already started going back to IRL conventions, haven't you?
Not smaller. Yeah, like the smaller ones, I'm starting to plan them. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I like every cosplayer probably has like I have a whole backlog.
Yeah,
of costumes.
I've got about 5 new costumes that haven't yet to see the light of day.
I've got 5 or 6, and 1 or 2 that have only done like photo shoots, but haven't like actually been in the light of day yet at a con. So I'm excited.
It'll be great. Well, thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you in the real world and also see you back at the show.
Yeah.
Round of applause to Evie, everybody.
Thank you.
So good. I love one of our veterans that I always just thoroughly enjoy and is so talented. But moving on to our next amazingly talented performer, and you know, she's been with the cabaret about 3 times. This will be her 3rd time back, and we're so thrilled to have them with us. Scout is thrilled to be back here with us. And they are doing a number. So, you know, obviously we're doing all spectrum of shows here, and that does not exclude animated shows as well. So Scout's going to be doing a performance from a little known show that I didn't know about called Super Jail. And I have to warn you, if you do check this show out, it is not suitable for children, but it's amusing. And they always like have this amazing, they're this like young, wonderful performer just starting out, but they already have a wonderful broad spectrum of cosplays. And I'm sure we'll talk about their Instagram and where you can find them and everything. But please give it up for your next performer, Scout, everybody.
Hey folks, begging your pardon. Oh, excuse me. Sorry to barge in. Now let's skip the tears and start on the whole, you're in jail thing. You're doomed. Enjoy the singing, 'cause I am here and I've come back swinging. And if I hear anyone's complaining, I'll kill you myself. The whole you're in jail thing, I can never be persuaded. He's not guilty, he is third. I leave him. Shut up, Jared. Custody won't be delayed. Don't be a clown. Just lose that frown. Be like a Karen and simply calm down. So just relax, you'll be fine. Sure, there's feces in our wine, but just inhale.
Welcome to a show about jail. You're gonna be stuck here in his prison.
Die, girls, let me die. I'll be your pal here in Super Jail. This cartoon is not for kids, a show about jail. We have twins and hotties and blood here. No, I'm not kidding. There's a lot of blood here. Like, I cut up a rabbit and I wore it on my head here on the first episode. The whole you're in jail thing. You'll see heartbreak, highs and lows here. Stand to bad guys without no fear. Jackknife escapes, we just bring them back here. The whole you're in jail thing. No one ever gets parole. It's not fair. How about who's a liar? Who needs them? Time to meet the crew in whole. Stingray tries to beat me. Alice just completes me. Mistress too mistreats me, and Doctor is plain crazy. Won't do things myself here. Else are on the shelf here. Really need the help here, cause it's basically hell here. I love my job.
Welcome to a show about jail.
You're gonna be stunned. Thank you. Here in my prison. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'll be your pal. Here in super jail. Seriously though, this cartoon is not for kids.
Carl, why did you stab that person? Because I have the urge to stab someone.
Okay. If Jobot captures you during this performance, enjoy your stay.
What did I tell you? Oh my God, I'm sorry, stop!
If you watch this as a kid, it's a miracle you're still alive. Hey, how's that mental instability, kid?
Why the hell did you get in school?
Don't do drugs, kid. Stay in school.
I didn't mean to get that to your wife.
Well, you didn't have to drink those beers. Not my problem. Save your tears. From the womb to incarceration, super jail's your final destination. I have mastered the art of tearing the deadbeats apart. So how about we all make a start on the jail thing. God, I hope you're ready for a show about jail. Jail. No! God damn it, Jared.
I love that that's your brother. And you're just like smacking around, just like.
So we're gonna, before we go to like the insane amount of comments that I'm seeing on the screen, very quickly tell everybody what you told us about your brother and that ending.
Oh, I told him, I was like, I'm gonna smack you in the head. You're not gonna be able to see it coming because there's a bucket on your head. And I actually hurt him, and his nose started bleeding.
Oh, you didn't mention that before. Oh my God.
Yeah. And he was just like sitting in the corner with a tissue, just like, thanks a lot, Scout.
He took one for the team.
Yeah, for sure.
He took one for the team. Okay, let's get into this. That was amazing. Bravo, Scout, from Jamal.
Thank you.
I didn't get a single reference, but I absolutely loved it. Calixto, smiling so hard right now. Bailey, I have to check this show out. Oh, this was me. So seriously, Kat and Marge have competition now for like the title of Paradiva because those lyrics were amazing.
I'm not worthy to accept that title.
Those lyrics were amazing for someone who, as Kate mentioned, is a relatively new cosplayer and performer, not just to the show, like period. And your performance game is on point. Your cosplay game has been on point. For those of you who aren't following them on social media, you need to follow them on social media because it's awesome. And I very much appreciate that at the very end, even though you were doing a character bit, you gave us some notes at the end, which you are known for in the cabaret, which is, giving people a lull of confidence and letting it out. So that was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
How long did it take you to put the whole performance together?
So funny story. We actually had over, I think it was like 40 times we tried to record. And
40?
Yeah, I picked up my brother like 15 minutes away at like 9:30 in the morning, like, okay, let's go. We're going to my house to record. And then we were working on that until 11. And then my cousin came over and my grandma was like, okay, let's go. Time to leave now. And I was like, but we're not even done. And then the next day we finished in like 3 takes. Thank God.
Wow.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
The work paid off, like, in spades. Like, it truly was spectacular. And, like, like, your cosplays, I'm so impressed. Like, I can't even do that. It's just it's so impressive. But yeah, like, and your voice, my gosh, like we got to see like this new range of your like belting voice tonight, which I was like, yes, Scout, like okay.
Yeah, you managed to force out the moratorium on Beetlejuice because it was getting overdone in the beginning of the year of last season, and I went, no, this works, this is fine.
I personally love Beetlejuice. It's one of my favorite shows, honestly.
Yeah, well, you absolutely did it justice and the performance justice. Thank you so much again for being part of the show. It is awesome you're very quickly becoming a new regular ensemble member, and we love every moment of it, guys. If you're in the chat, which you are, you've been showing lots of love to Scout, and make sure to go follow them on their social media. Scout Sonner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, right here. Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Scout Sonner. That's it. The teleprompter is like about 3 feet away, and my old eyes can't read that from this distance. So, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Yay! So cute. They're also like super young too, which I'm like, oh my gosh, they've got this much talent, and just, not to age myself, but as old fogies, just excellent job again. Moving on to your next performer, Pitt NB, who's a non-binary performance cosplayer from Pittsburgh, PA. And I know I always kind of have to like shout this out, but I'm also from Pennsylvania, so it's just like it tickles me to have another PA performer in the house. But they would love to show off their home city with the performance of 5 Searching for His Lost Love. And I'm thrilled. I've been to Pittsburgh a number of times, but this really is the perfect kind of combination of this cosplay fandom and kind of a love letter to Pittsburgh. So please, playing 5 Hargreaves from the Umbrella Academy, give it up for Pitt NB.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm walking, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you.
Guys,
there.
woo!
We're taking you through the streets of Pittsburgh.
Yes, complete round of applause for Pit NB with, oh my God, the cinematic quality of that was just like stunning.
So
It's Pittsburgh. It's just beautiful. Like, it's the city itself. It's just.
I mean, I got to be honest. Generally speaking, like, unless I guess you have a love for your hometown the way anyone would. Like, when you say Pittsburgh to someone outside of Pittsburgh, they're like, Pittsburgh? But I watched that going, oh my God, now I want to go and just find all the shooting locations.
Yeah, most of it is actually in town or around downtown. But really not hard to find like great places just to take pictures and to like view the city, see the rivers, see the mountains. It's just a beautiful place.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Let's hit some comments up. Tara Jefferson, right out of the gate, said your cosplay is on point. Heather said the exact same thing. So did Lauren Green, the exact same thing. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not going to highlight my own comment. Great song. Impressed with the location changes. Oh, this makes me miss Pittsburgh even more. I need to get back there. And then lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rounds of applause.
I was thinking those were high fives for 5.
Oh, high fives. Oh, they are high fives. You're right. They are high fives. Sorry. Me and my old eyes. So my question right out of the gate is, the cinematic quality of that and the edits are brilliant. Did you storyboard this ahead of time and know what you wanted to do? Or were you just kind of walking around town and went, okay, we'll put one here?
No, I storyboarded it for the most part, at least by location. And I knew that each location was going to have 3 shots, which was the introduction and then a longer shot and then the exit. So it's very like, I was thinking of it as more play-like, of an entrance, a walk through the stage, and an exit stage. So that's kind of how I planned it out. And I picked the locations by just like places I like to visit that I think are really pretty. Some places did end up on the list just because it was a nice day out. So it ended up being a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but that's fine. I got to show off a little bit more.
No, it's great. And the long shots, I'm assuming you had help. You didn't like put your camera 200 feet away and walk away from it and go, I hope nobody takes it and runs.
No, my boyfriend Traymar was with me, and he was the videographer for the day. And also he was my person that corralled me, because when you walk around in cosplay in a city, people tend to recognize you or notice you and want to talk to you and stuff. So he kind of kept things rolling because it happens.
Were you bombarded by Umbrella Academy fans?
Some people, but I had a lot of like, is that person the Umbrella Academy person? And I was like, yeah, I'm just cosplaying. And they're like, where did you get that? Did you see the show? Blah, blah, blah. And like, just wanted to talk, which is, I don't know, great. It's a very friendly city where people just want to talk.
Well, I readily admit that I don't think I've ever been to Pittsburgh. Wow. I'm trying to think if I've been through or if I've gone there for anything, but I can't. If I have, I don't remember, which means now I need to come to Pittsburgh.
Come and visit me.
Absolutely. Well, we will. And hopefully you will come and visit us. Guys, round of applause to Pitt. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your talent and your cosplay with us once again. You're absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see what comes up next in the future.
Thank you all.
So good. It's been a while since I've been to Pittsburgh too, admittedly, because it's a long. Pennsylvania is a long state to drive across, but I loved it. I went there for like a theater festival way back in the day, and it was so great. And Carnegie Mellon's there. It's lovely. It's lovely. Salt of the earth. Excellent job, Pitt. As always, I love their costumes. I love their cosplays, their performances. Always top notch. But moving on to another familiar face in our cosplay family, Estelle, who is back yet again to grace us with her fabulous presence. She is a cosplayer, a longtime performer. She makes her own costumes, like fully. She's been with us oh God, I mean, years, like since pretty much the beginning, maybe not long after. She's also a lovely mother. And tonight, she's here to give you a little bit of a Victorian flair, if you will. She's kind of getting us a little hot and steamy with some, well, I won't even tell you the name of the series, but let's just say she burns for you to know how excited she is to show you this piece. Give it up for Estelle Goodwin.
Woo! Oh my lord!
Oh, my
Oh my
stomach
lord!
hurts.
Oh my lord!
Gotta fan myself with my clam right now.
Guys, that was Estelle. She is another one who's been with us for a while, and watching the exponential growth in both performances and cosplay has been stunning. Show some love in the chat. I think she may or may not be in the chat. watching. She actually is not in the live show tonight because her and her daughter are off competing in the nationals. She just said nationals, like that's enough and everyone knows what it is. I'm assuming it's a national dance competition. It's awesome. But she did send a video with us, which I forgot to upload to the server. So give me a quick second as I was gonna share. I didn't want to share screen while the video was on because I was afraid it would ruin her. It would like cut into performance.
Hi.
No.
So Lawrence asked me why I decided to kind of mash up modern with the retro. So there's kind of a lot of reasons why. So I want to try to speak as quickly as I can so that this interview doesn't get too long. So first off, the dress, I bought the fabric for the dress like a year ago when we were all stay at home quarantine, but I didn't know, I knew I wanted to make a dress with it, but I didn't know what I wanted to make with it. I just knew I wanted to make a dress. So then I saw Bridgerton and I thought, well, I'm gonna make a bounding, like a Disney bounding, but Bridgerton dress with that fabric. So it was something that was kind of like wearable, but still kind of like a Regency-esque silhouette, but just something that was like daily wearable. So I made it shorter and a little bit more modern. So then comes like Bridgerton comes into that, as well as like there were a lot of modern elements in Bridgerton. Like all of the music was like modern but played by an orchestra. And then also, so I'm not like a historian, so I can't verify this, but apparently their costuming wasn't like super true to Regency. It was more of like a modern take on Regency, and their like the jewelry, I guess, was more modern. A lot of people online, because I was doing some research on the clothing just because I loved it so much, and a lot of people were saying, I think it was like the jewelry was more like modern and not at all true to Regency. So like even Bridgerton itself is kind of like a mashup of Regency and modern. And then also my song choice was kind of inspired by Moulin Rouge. There is a Duke in Moulin Rouge, and they're two different Dukes. They're not the same Duke, obviously. Please don't step on my glasses. But they're two different Dukes. And then the Duke in Moulin Rouge sings "Only Girl in the World." And then so I was like, oh, it'd be like a funny little inside joke to myself to sing that song to my Duke. And then I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, this definitely works. If you know Bridgerton, it really works very well. So it just kind of was like kismet. It all worked out nicely, and it just really well-rounded into like this thing. And then my locations, one was the perennial garden at a park near my house. And then the other location that I used, the big stairs that I was sitting on, that was at Duke Farms. And I can't remember if I did one or two locations there. I think I did two. I can't remember how much I ended up using because it was kind of like it was a very hot day. It was one of those like 95-degree weather days. And I had this one with me, and she tripped and fell and skinned both knees. And it was just too hot, and I was lugging my laptop. I was carrying her because she tripped and fell. So I couldn't, because I needed my laptop so I could play the sound to have kind of like the reference.
All gone.
It's all gone.
This is my scrape.
That's a new scrape. But that was at Duke Farms, which I think was inspired by Central Park. I thought that one of the designers of Central Park designed part of it, but I'm not really
part of my
certain. And I wanted to do more filming there. I just didn't get to do as much there as I wanted to, and I want to use it again for more filming just because it is such a great location, and they have like different sculptures everywhere, and there's a giant fountain, there's an orchid range, and I only got to use part of the old foundation when I used those big steps, and then the rest of it is at a park that's like right down the road from where I live. But I'm definitely going to do more filming at Duke Farms at some point. I hope. So
No.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Oh my god. that child is gonna be involved in the arts in some capacity. I don't mean like dance, like she's gonna be in theater. Like she just is. Like, you know, like call us in like several years and she'll be on the show. Like, for real. So cute. But also you did an amazing job, Estelle. Excellent, excellent. As per usual. But moving on to a lovely little duo that's going to come and perform for you, stealing their way onto your stage and into your hearts. These married performers, must be nice. Oh, that's terrible of me to say, whatever. All right, bitter single girls. Kick it aside. This lovely married couple are bringing their Las Vegas showbiz dreams to you, recreating their official burlesque debut performance for the digital stage. Please welcome the big band leader by way of the islands and everyone's lovable, wacky redhead. Give it up for Gentleman Joseph and Kit Katumbas.
I go chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. Yes, sir, I'm QP. I'm the craze of my native street. When I start to dance, everything goes chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. The senoritas, they sing and how they swing with this rumbero. It's very nice, so full of spice. And when they're dancing, they bring a happy ring, a very carol, singing a song all the day long. So if you like the beat, take a lesson from Cuban Pete, and I'll teach you to chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. See, señorita, I know that you will like the chicky, boom, chick, 'cause it's a dance of Latin romance, and Cuban Pete doesn't teach you in a hurry like Castle Mary. I come from Havana, and there's always mañana. So, señorita, let's do it. Oh, no.
They call me Sally Sweet. I'm the queen of Delancey Street. When I start to dance, everything goes chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom.
Ay, 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 ay.
Excuse me, Mr. Pete.
Yes, ma'am.
Have the Cubans a different beat? If they have, will you teach me to chick, chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom?
See, señorita, I know that you will like the chicky, boom, chick.
Yeah, man.
It's very nice, so full of spice. I place my hand on your hip, and if you will just give me your hand, then we shall try, just you and I.
everybody. Welcome back again to the virtual New York Cosplay Cabaret stage. Kit and gentleman Joseph from Las Vegas. Welcome back, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hi, how are you?
Doing okay. How are you?
So we all just watched your performance, and I was stunned the first time I saw it because I Love Lucy is one of my all-time favorite TV shows growing up. What made you guys choose that television show?
Well, well, you're a big fan. I'm a big fan. I mean, I grew up watching all of TV Land, and that just kind of played every day. End up watching all the episodes, and I love Las Vegas. That's why I kind of moved here. So there's the one episode called Lucy Hunts Uranium where we got those little clips, and I just figured it all goes together.
Yeah, it was so cool. Also, because this might make a return performance as early as next month for our annual sci-fi show. Because for those of you who don't know, Lucille Ball is also known as the godmother of Star Trek.
Absolutely.
Because without Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz saying they wanted a second pilot back in '65 when NBC hated the first Star Trek, we would not have 35 years of space geekdom. So Lucille Ball has a special place in my heart.
Just a little Star Trek background here. Diana Muldaur, who played Dr.
Pulaski in Next Generation.
Dr. Pulaski, she was in the original series, and in the original series, she looked a lot like Lucy. I think there must have been some friendship going on there.
Oh wow! I never thought about that. She does. She did.
Looks a lot. I mean, obviously the redhead connection is one of the obvious ones why we did Lucy and Ricky.
The opening title was just.
Oh, the opening title. Oh
yes.
No! That original title. I wanted to replicate the original look of it, so I did the original. I just put black satin, a red heart, and I used green screen to fade the red heart because you can select your color. And so you get the little camera jitter while getting your green screen, and you can overlay the effects. That was all in studio, literally just 10 seconds of footage of a black curtain folded up, a satin curtain folded up with a heart on top, just like the original.
Like a Valentine's box of candy. Yeah.
You guys recreated that so well that you fooled me.
Well, I actually saw it on a TV Land, a special a long time ago, how they actually made I Love Lucy. And I remember seeing a photo of how they actually filmed. They used a zoomed in camera lens on literally a black satin curtain and red. And that's how they can actually get the exposure right without having to green screen it. It's technically the same process that I use, but they were using film and chemical processes. And instead of green screen, they can select for black. And if you reverse the black matte, you can get free green screening without having to green screen.
Yay for practical photography!
Woo!
Before CGI, there was a way to do things.
It's not even CGI or special effects. It's literally green screen and fades.
Well, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. I loved it. And I loved your own performance. I'm sure everyone else did. Guys, show them some love in the chat. I'm sure they're going to be watching this later since they are not with us live tonight. Are you guys back in anything in Vegas where people can follow you or keep track of you and your Instagram handles, et cetera, et cetera?
We're not currently doing anything live, but you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Kit Katumbis, all one word, and you can keep up to date with whatever else we do come along with.
Yeah, cool. And gentleman Joseph, you?
I don't really have much of an internet presence, so everything is basically
that's
my
cool.
wife will handle it.
No, that's absolutely cool. The internet is evil. It's a necessary evil, but evil nonetheless.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for being a part of the cabaret again. It's been great to have you. Eventually, when we do a live show over there, I would love to have you guys in person and also get a chance to meet you guys and have a drink and just talk in the real world.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you for having us again.
So very quickly, thank you guys to Kit and Gentleman Joseph. I'm going to pass it to Kate, but while they were mentioning this, I just had to go and find and grab this.
It wouldn't be a cabaret unless you showed off some amazing swag that you have, of course.
So I got this I finally, on the first vacation I've taken in 6 years, couple of months ago now, drove up to Star Trek The Original Series set tour in Ticonderoga, which is a recreation of Stage 9 on the Desilu lot. And right before you walk into the recreation of the original Enterprise Star Trek sets, there is a picture of Lucy, and they have these there saluting Lucy and all that she did. So I thought I'd grab that real quick while they were on, because, we all love Lucille Ball and what she brought to not just comedians and television comedy, but also Star Trek, sci-fi.
Yeah. She's one of my idols. Because again, it's her and all these other female comedians that really were ahead of their time, and just kind of paved the way. And I looked up to them even at a young age, just watching her be so ridiculous and hilarious and amazing, but relevant also. I love that we had this performance tonight. It brought some nostalgia to me. Sorry, I don't mind Lawrence. I'm just talking about my nostalgia.
No, I wasn't trying to rush you. I just wanted you were being very poignant. I wanted you to fill the screen.
And I agree. And gosh, I will say I'm gonna ruin the moment though, like I do. I'm ruining the Disney dream, because as much as I love that and I remember that episode so vividly, I'm putting myself in an age bracket that I'm sure at least some other people on here might know, because that song kind of got not ruined for me, but we all also think of that scene in The Mask when we hear that song, don't we? When he's dancing in the streets with all the cops and everything, I already regret saying it, but it immediately is where my mind goes. Just, of Havana, that girl holding the gun, whatever. All right, moving on to your next performer. So get the hook. Your next performer is notoriously late into getting into popular movies and TV shows, there's nothing wrong with that. You get into TV shows and movies when you get into them. They're timeless. It's why we do this. And yet still listens to the same music he did in elementary school. Again, also, nothing wrong with that. Returning again to the Cosplay Cabaret, and we're so thrilled to have him back. He's excited to find another character to obsessively obsess over and cosplay, as even though the show is over a decade old, this character is timeless. And I'm glad that we have him in this cabaret. Give it up for Barry Ellis. Bailey.
Here's the thing, we were friends before, though Mrs. Hudson thought of something more. Yeah, since I've been gone, I took the full John, I framed myself. I wouldn't do that for anyone else. Yeah, since I've been gone. And 2 years later I come home to find you on a dinner date, and you're planning to propose. Since I've been gone, you're in love for the first time. You say you moved on, yeah, but I know there's a hole in your heart. Since I've been gone, she said yes, there's no turning back. You claim she really loves that stupid mustache. Yeah, the next day it's gone. You shaped me, John. I could never find the words to say I really wanna be with you. It's obvious you swing both ways. And while I was gone, I knew it was to protect you, but it was tough to go on. Yeah, thoughts of you and coming home were how I held on. Since I've been gone, I broke your heart, I know it, not just from deduction. But from the way that you attacked me again and again and again and again. 3 times. And not to mention verbally. I didn't think violence would have been your reaction to my return, but I say I blame you. Since I've been gone, you had to work to move on from me. I selfishly thought you'd wait. So alone, I'll return to 22-1B. You deserve so much better. Somebody who won't hurt you. Here's to you and Mary. You should know there's a sign of 3. Since I've been gone, since I've been gone, since I've been gone.
Hey.
Hey, Bailey.
Thank you.
What's the Instagram handle? It's me, Bailey
_Bailey C. Yep.
It wouldn't be a cabaret without at least one name, Kate.
Just cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm
I am Sherlock. Heather,
Yes.
lots and lots and lots and lots of love.
Oh, great.
I don't shave for Sherlock Holmes. Great lyrics, by the way.
Thank you.
Great lyrics, and then lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rounds of applause. Welcome back, Bailey. And before we go any further, I do believe this is the first show you have done back with us since getting married.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We actually did dress as Tony Stark / Iron Man and Doctor Strange for the wedding, and we had our whole wedding party as different Marvel characters. So it was just, we got married on Halloween, so it was perfect for it,
And the pictures were amazing. How have you guys been doing?
Doing pretty good. Nothing was really changed. We've been living together for 3-4 years now. What is time anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Well, welcome back. Your performance was very, very awesome. Love the makeup, by the way. Did you do the makeup job yourself?
Yeah.
Yep, and it definitely could use some work. I was following some old tutorial video I saw on YouTube with whatever I had, which I do have a ton of makeup. I've collected a ridiculous amount, and I'm standing there for my bathroom mirror what is this? What is all of this contouring? But it's I think for a first timers with that, it came out pretty good. The promo picture I had sent you, that was the first time I had actually put that on. And I admit procrastinating until then, but it came out good. It's and this was also my first time really using green screen. I had the green screen as an impulse buy from end of high school, early college days, and I never found a use for it. Found it among my mom's fabric box, and I'm like, this should not be torn up. I should actually try to use this at some point.
Especially with COVID, with everyone buying green screens, shortage that happened back in April and May.
I'm honestly surprised. I've only used it twice now for this and for a different show I was in. It was a virtual show, and they just use the Zoom background. And surprisingly, green screen works pretty decently for that.
Yeah. Well, your performance was absolutely fantastic. And it's great having you back.
Great being back.
And great seeing that. And I'm so happy for you that, in the midst of the apocalypse times we've had over the last 15 months, that you started a new happy journey. And you guys actually, if I remember correctly, you did a duet performance before. So is there a chance that another one might happen?
We've actually discussed that idea, mainly as, Tony Stark and Stephen Strange. He really is a talented performer, and the problem is just getting him on stage half the time. And, it's just kind of, I don't know what it is with him. I do know, but that's, whole other discussion. But he really is a talented person. And I honestly think he's a terrific, especially comedic actor. But for most of my performance life, he's just cheering me on from the audience, which I love about him. But I really hope to pull him on stage with me one of these days, especially now that we're going back to live theater.
Yeah, no, that's great. And the invitation is here, especially now that we're going back to live theater as well. Guys, everyone, big round of applause to Bailey.
Yeah, Kate.
And thank you so much for performing with us.
Thank you. I gotta say, I've had dumber pronunciations of my name, so don't worry. That honestly wasn't the worst.
Kate, you got a mulligan.
I have a terrible. I don't know what it is. Well, people have said like I don't think I have an accent, but every time I try and like tell any barista, any person my name, they're like Paige. I'm like, no, Kate. I feel like I'm saying Kate, like, but I guess
it's part of your charm. Thanks, Bailey.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, sorry, I cut him off. My bad. So before we go on, we're about to go back in time to the 1950s, 1960s one more time. But I wanted to show something. So years ago, back in August of 2001, I was on a cruise ship in Tahiti. I think it was my very first big. I say big because it's tiny compared to the ships I ended up on years later. But it was my first big ship in Tahiti, and we did this really, really old-fashioned, old-school Vegas production show. It's a wonder that I got paid. Called Bandstand Boogie, and it was all obviously by the name you could tell it's all 50s, 60s. And in Bandstand Boogie there was a television section, and within that television section there was a section called Salute to Old School to Classic Commercials. And I stumbled across it. This wasn't going to be part of the show. I literally thought about this about 20 minutes before we went live tonight, and I found footage, and I'm going to embarrass myself by sharing it. So here we go.
And now a word from our sponsors.
You can trust your car to the man who wears a scar. The big bright Texaco hot dogs, Armor hot dogs. What kind of kids eat Armor hot dogs? Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, tough kids, sissy kids, even kids with
the painful burning itch.
rice aroni, a San Francisco treat. Rice aroni, the flavor can't be beat. It's stronger than dirt. Ajax laundry detergent is stronger than dirt.
Yes, Nestle's make the very best chocolate.
Candy-coated popcorn, peanuts, and a prize. That's what you get in Cracker Jacks.
Say the USA in your Chevrolet. America is asking you to pull.
Hello, amigos. I'm Chucky the Banana, and I come to say
No, this isn't politically incorrect at all.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with any of these infomercials.
It's Snap, Crackle, Pop, Rice Krispies.
Men, nothing takes it off like Noxema medicated shave. Take it off, take it off, take it off, all off. Everyone loves a slinky.
You worked too hard, you ate too much, that cheesecake made you greedy. But aching head and stomach, hear this message from old Speedy.
Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Oh, what a relief it is.
I told you I had hair, Nesto.
Back to a regularly scheduled program. Here's a story of a lovely lady.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You only played me a snippet of that like before this. That hot dog commercial was very like that would never fly nowadays. I heard like, you know, like, oh, like what kind of like fat kids, skinny kids, and I'm like, whoa, yeah. But then like sissy kids, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. I was skinny. I was young. I was skinny. I had hair. It was straight, but you can't tell in the video. It was relaxed. The Brit was doing the Chiquita Banana. The Canadian was doing Chiquita Banana, and the 20-year-old who was doing Ethel Merman had never heard of Ethel Merman. And I was 24 at the time. So I was like, really? Anyway, so there's that. I thought I'd give a chuckle. I haven't watched that video in probably 20 years. There we go.
The seduction Noxema, like, oh, yes. Like, yeah, that's right, ladies. Just have him shave it all off. What? Or was that? I don't even know. My gosh. Wowie wow. Thank you so much for showing that to me, Lawrence. And also, I'll never look at you the same after that. Moving on to our it's a newbie, guys. Our new performer, Samantha, who is a singer, songwriter, and actress from Minnesota. When they're not performing or studying musical theater, they're managing a real estate office or shopping at Target, which, I mean, yes, of course, we all love our good Target, but I love that they're also like working at a real estate office. Good for them, especially nowadays. But yes, they're going to take us back once again to the good old days, you know? Pow! Zoom! Listen, we're not going to go there anymore because, like we said, there's some things that should just be left in the past, but we can appreciate the nostalgia, and they're going to give you tons of that. So please give it up for your next performer, Samantha.
Now look, you two get supper ready and I'm going to take a little nap. I want to tell you, you really get pushed when you're hunting all day. You can't realize it because you're around here doing nothing. Now as soon as supper's ready, wake me up. And oh, by the way, while supper's on the stove, oil my gun.
Oh, brother, this is some vacation. We're not scared to death. We're working our kids off. Oh, you can say that again. All we've done for the past 3 days is carry wood, and wash dishes, and cook meals, and lug water up from the lake. And what have the boys been doing all this time? Eating, sleeping, and hunting. It's no wonder they call us the weaker sex. All this work is wearing us out.
Just look at my tangled hair. Just look at the clothes I wear. This working all day and slaving away, it's more than a girl can bear. And just to think we could have been on the Riviera. So why are we here? We must be out of our minds. Mosquitoes that bite all day, mosquitoes that bite all night. This sweltering heat is killing my feet. I'm losing my appetite. I'll bet there's air conditioning on the Riviera. So why are we here? We must be out of our minds. What a way to spend a vacation. Washing dishes never helped a lady's morale. Though they call this trip a vacation, it's the same routine in just another locale. The plumbing we haven't got, conveniences that are not. The strain that we're under is making us wonder, maybe it's all a plot. I'll bet it's really beautiful on the Riviera. So why are we here? We must be out of our minds. No one calls, the place is deserted. Every day's a day of aggravation and grief. Jungle drives from morning till midnight. Even Elvis Presley's songs would be a relief. If either of us was smart, if either of us was wise, we'd hop on a plane and let him remain and give him a big surprise. The two of us could finally see the Riviera. But it wouldn't be any fun. Back to Ralph and to Ed we run. I know what you mean. We must be out of our minds.
So, ladies and gentlemen, another new addition to the New York Cosplay Cabaret. Please give a big virtual round of applause to Samantha. And is it pronounced Amundsen?
It's Amundsen.
Amundsen. There we go.
It's okay. Nobody can say it.
You know what? It'll be very curious. You guys can obviously tell that this is one of our pre-recorded segments. It'll be very curious to see whether or not our host Kate got it right at the beginning of your performance, because she is notorious for butchering names. She's so cute, including the Riddler's name, Edward Nigma. She called him, what was it, Neutrogena? It was whatever it was. It was hilarious. So Samantha, welcome to the show. You come to us. First of all, your performance was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And I'm not going to go into a whole detail with it again, but we were speaking earlier, and the Honeymooners has just a warm place in my heart because it's something I watched with my grandmother growing up and directly led to like a lot of my other fandoms. What made you choose the Honeymooners? What was your inspiration to choose that?
Well, it's my all-time favorite TV show. I love it so much. I first saw it when I was in high school. I was in a film and TV class, and so we got to watch some classic TV, and we watched just one episode, and instantly I was hooked, and I've seen every episode since then, and I have all of the DVDs all like lined up on my shelf. It just makes me so happy.
Okay.
And so
Honeymooners test. You said you have all the DVDs. Do you have the classic 39, or do you have the whole thing with the lost episodes and everything?
The whole thing with all of the lost episodes, and I have the classic 39 on both Blu-ray and DVD, as well as the skits that they all returned for later on in like the late 70s, I think.
Yes, thank you. A real fan that knows that the Honeymooners actually started before the classic 39 and went on for years after the classic 39. Yes. Yes, geek cred intact. Exactly. Tell us a little bit about putting your performance together, your costuming, and what went into it.
Yeah, so pretty much I already had everything. I kind of changed it up at the last minute with the top and stuff, and I ended up finding one that was just absolutely perfect. The apron that you see me wearing isn't an actual apron. It's a panel from my curtains because I couldn't find an apron. I'm a terrible chef. I don't even really bother to cook. Like, I'm really bad at it. So I don't even have an apron laying around the house. And so I couldn't find one at the store. Target was all out. They're like, no, we don't sell that. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So my curtains are really like lacy and they look kind of like vintage, I guess. And so I took one of the panels and I just tied it around my waist and pinned my hair back into like a 50s hairstyle, and that was that.
It's very Gone with the Wind of you. I appreciate it a lot. So before we go, because we're going to wrap up, thank you so much for being with us. Shout out to Danny Aldridge, who was Miss Hannigan in our last cabaret, because that's how you found us.
Yes, my good friend Danny.
Which is brilliant. Now you guys need to do a duet number. Just going to throw it out there into the wind. And it says that when you're not studying musical theater, you are managing a real estate office. Wait, I love this. Managing a real estate office or shopping at Target. Like Target is that big of an influence on your life?
It really is. I go there every weekend.
Okay.
Like I go to Starbucks, I go to Target, and then I have my voice lesson after. It's a pretty good routine.
Okay, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Tell everybody very quickly where they can find you, and because you have media out there in the world, what your media is and where they can find that.
Sure, yeah. So my main website is just SamanthaAmundsen.com. On there you can find all of my social media links, but I'm most active on Instagram, and it's at Samantha.Amundsen. And also on YouTube, I make YouTube videos every once in a while, and you can just search my name, Samantha Amundsen, and I should pop right up.
Very cool. And you have an album, right?
Yes, I do. I released an EP called Noir, and you can find that on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all of it. So
cool. Well, thank you so much for your wonderful, wonderful, beautiful musical rendition. Thank you so much for taking me back to my nan, who's long since passed, but like it's nice to have those memories be brought up by a performer with the Honeymooners. It was such a pleasure to have you guys. Everybody, show her some love in the chat so that when she watches this and shares it with her family and friends, she sees just how crazy you are, because I told her that we're nuts, but that's part of our charm. And hopefully we will get a chance to see you again virtually. And if you are ever in New York, open invitation to come to our stage and join us.
I will be there.
Okay, guys, we're coming into the home stretch, and I don't want to slow things down. I just want to take a moment to say, after the fact of recording that interview with Samantha, that Kate decided to just dodge the last name altogether. Don't think we didn't catch that. That's all I have to say.
I know. Okay. I listen. Lawrence Neals. Why do you think I did that? Why? I get one. Everybody gets one. And while we're on the topic of everybody getting one, hint, hint, I guess we'll move on to our next performer, who is a long beloved member of our Cosplay Cabaret family. And we adore him. We're happy to have him back. And for those of you that have been to this cabaret before, he loves getting to cosplay as some of his favorite characters of all time. And one of his all-time favorite characters is Spider-Man. So come with us as he serenades you all with a tune of what happens when villains get in his way. Let's just say things get sticky, or shall we say webby. Please give it up for Matt Rawson.
What is it feeling that's put you in your place? That sticky discomfort on your body and face. You feel the need to struggle out, but to no surprise, you can't even fight back. You try, oh, you try not to cry. You just got webbed, and you're completely stuck. You just got webbed. It actually happened. Everybody saw it. And everybody laughed and cheered. It was awesome how you just got well.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
That was so much fun getting to do that. Actually, the first time I used my Spider-Man was when I did that WandaVision show with that Nicole has in her other group. So like having the Spider-Man costume, I was like, I never did Spider-Man for GeekLifeRules before, and I was like, I like after the last show when I did Nothing Suits Me Like a Suit, I was like, I'm still in How I Met Your Mother mode. So I was like, okay, I'll take Spider-Man, I'll take How I Met Your Mother, and I'll combine the two.
I gotta admit, when you first told me you were combining Spider-Man and How I Met Your Mother, I kind of like, wait, what? But then when you told me about it and I saw the performance, I was like, oh no, this is perfect, and Matt is awesome. And I think this one comment pretty much sums it up. Calixta says, my heart glows every time I watch you perform, Matt. Such wonderful energy and heart, and that is pretty much you in a nutshell. Also, let me point out that Matt edited that video himself.
Thank you.
Sure did.
And it was awesome.
It was like, I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, especially what you told me recently, like not wearing green. So I was like I know some cosplays, might end up having green. I don't know, like for every future cosplay show, but I was like, this one didn't have green in it. So I was like, I feel pretty confident that like I'll go in with the Imaginal and it'll look pretty cool. And I really appreciate the web effects. Those are really cool. I really like those.
No, man, it was very, very cool, Matt. It's always awesome to have you here, and it'll be awesome when we see you again because like Kate mentioned, you've been in virtually every single show we've ever done. It'll be awesome to see you again when we get back to 53 and for New York Comic Con this year.
And I really appreciate like everyone who like enjoys my performances and everyone who shows me support. I really appreciate like all of you.
We appreciate you, Matt. I know you can see all the love in the chat, and we love you so much. Take care, and we will see you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Absolutely. Also, like, I mean, I'm just saying, did y'all notice, like, it was a buff Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man got some, you know, he's been not missing any arm or leg or anything day. So, you know, just saying, good job. All right, Spidey. Moving on. So, when you picture the afterworld, do you picture like this beautiful village where there's like an all-you-can-eat froyo bar, but also like a shrimp vending machine, and like your dream house has just like sad clown pictures all over it? That must be nice, right? Well, no, just kidding. You're not going to get that. Congratulations. You're going to hell. I mean, not you, but you. So welcome to what I feel like we all could consider our version of hell in some way, and to your new life. And, you know, this very appropriate band for your new afterlife, eternal damnation home is going to regale you now and just help you settle into what's going to be living in your head for eternity. Give it up for this lovely little next duo, Refractory Period.
What's up, losers? Welcome to the bad place.
Presented in glorious portrait mode.
Yeah! Hope you're enjoying your nice 1080p screens, cause this is your life. Yeah. To accompany your penis flatteners and butthole spiders, we have a selection of songs for you. So we hope you enjoy.
All songs will be performed on a ukulele. That's out of tune.
Yeah!
Anyway, without further ado, this one's for your mom. It's called She Hates Me.
Met a girl, thought she was grand. Fell in love, found out firsthand. Went well for a week or two. Then it all came unglued in a trap I can't grip. Never thought I'd be the one who slept. Then I started to realize I was living one big lie. She hates me. Trust, she hates me. La 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 love. I tried too hard and she tore my feelings like I had none. And ripped them away. Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah, okay, you know what we should do now?
Yeah?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Classic!
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say it's not such a good sign, but I was turning Grandpa, I believe.
And of course, who can forget the classic club hit? And of course, no Bad Place event would be complete without our national anthem.
1877 cars for kids. KRS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Everybody! 1877 cars
Jake, see you in the bad place. Ow!
So we love you too. So my initial question is just, why do you hate all of us?
Play cards with you
honestly did we do to you?
She has been threatening to play Cards for Kids for so long, and then I ended up like, I looked at her and I went, I have an idea.
Okay, I have to, hold on, wait a minute.
It's not even Cards for Kids. I'm not talking about, listen, we all know Cards for Kids.
Here it is, that's what I'm looking for. Cards for Kids, it is hell.
You were the ones that decided to make that abomination of a mashup of Santa got run over by a reindeer and
yeah,
hates me. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's one of those things that you're like, the people that are like, we fed a bot like 1,000 hours of like terrible things, and they spouted out this, and this is what it is, and it's just like, my God.
It was in an episode. We never got to hear it. It was in an episode where they were talking about like, they only knew 2 songs that they played, and it was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer and She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud. And then they said, Grandma got run over by a reindeer and She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud. We never got to hear it. So
we made it happen.
Congratulations, everyone. You yeah. You heard it.
We got to reap the benefits of that.
We got to reap the benefits of that. Welcome to the bat. Seriously.
Beautifully, wonderfully, tragically, awfully delightful.
It really was. Yeah, I don't really need to add anything because Kate pretty much like nailed it all. You guys have started doing a show of your own called Solar Flare, which is really awesome, and I've caught a couple of them. I want to give you guys an opportunity to plug that real quick before you go.
Yeah, thanks. We have another show on July 28th. Yes, July 28th. It's a virtual variety show. It's actually this month is leaning a little more burlesque, but it's gonna be really fun. We got some really cool comedians, some really cool dancers, some cool burlesque performers. We are going to be playing not this set. But yeah, you can get
please reference that, like, so people can come see the show.
Those kids are a little young for burlesque.
Solar Flare, July 28th. Brownpapertickets.com.
Yay!
Yeah,
cool. We'll post the link on
YouTube. We'll post
YouTube.
the link on the YouTube comments. That way you can move on.
Yeah, guys, give them a round of applause.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being in this show, guys.
Oh my God.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
I should preface, like, I mean, they're very talented people. I'm not criticizing the skills. Like, they play the ukulele very well. Their voices are lovely. It's just the combination. It's just, I mean, you know, my goodness gracious. I listened to that, and now I think I'll listen to it in my dreams, or rather my nightmares. Just, you know, she hates me. Yeah. Moving on to your next performer. Please stop me. Who joined our cast during the quarantine, and we've loved having him. He is another one of those people that like is just so clever. His cosplays, his like, you know, parodies have been so ingenious, and we're thrilled to have him back. And I love this song that he's created for all of y'all because, once again, it's a throwback to the beginning where I was talking about the infomercials. So he's gonna sing literally just about that. He has barely left his home, green screened since, he's green screened. That's how he's like lived, paying tribute to the infomercials that made us. Here is the lovely Wayne Hendry by way of Chi Lights with Have You Seen It?
Ah,
30 years ago today, I was up late after dark. That's when I stopped going for walks, to the movies, even to the park. I'd sit on that same old couch and watch the TV play. It was like looking into the future, and I had tomorrow to sleep all day. I made an amazing discovery that night when I was up all alone. You could improve everything about your life and never ever leave your home. Like I didn't know I needed a multi-plug till I was up that night with a bad stomach bug. Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? And although it destroyed my credit score, I completely refinished my furniture. Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? Why, oh why do I need these things for which I pay so much? Oh, I've gotten used to having all this convenience, but at what cost? At what cost? Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum.
Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it?
When I buy two, I can get a third for free. Just have to pay extra shipping and handling. Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? I got a pan that doesn't need grease at all, and a clothes steamer that since has been recalled. Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? Why, oh why do I need these things for which I pay so much? Oh, I've gotten used to having all this convenience, but at what cost? At what cost? Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum.
Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it?
It's funny. Everyone I know thought I was a dweeb, but now they're home eating food they fried with the air that we breathe. Tell me, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Tell me, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Tell me, have you
Absolutely.
Okay, first of all, it's the Shy Lights. So she had two for the night.
I don't know a lot of these products. So
This is going to be a drinking game.
I think chai. I don't know.
And second of all, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the chat, Wayne, but I love how everyone in the chat has at least two of the items that you showed.
I had a Snuggie. I loved my Snuggie.
I wasn't expecting.
Blankets.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do for props, and the more I looked around my apartment, I was like, I have plenty of stuff.
I need to set it and forget it infomercial. As I sit here literally wearing a Snuggie. Yes,
Like,
the
okay.
multi-plug.
Wayne, you actually have the non-stick pan thing. Is it actually non-stick? Have you tried to cook cheese on it? Does it
Yes,
work?
and well, that was probably as seen in Marshalls or Lot Less or something instead of TV. But
Yeah, my mom got the Wonder Hangers. They're awful. I just used
I
my
think
Snack Master yesterday.
that's my mother. I think I got her that. That's my mother. I think I got her that Snack Master for birthday.
I can't laugh either because I have the George Foreman grill next to my Cuisinart air fryer, next to my Showtime rotisserie set it and forget it, all on my counter. So that was a great performance, man.
So good. It was so good.
Thank you.
I also very much love the turning the little interlude in the bridge into the dial tones of the phone. First of all, where the hell did you get a Motorola cell phone
I
from?
was gonna say, like, let's talk about that old
That's my
Motorola phone.
That's my Razor flip phone. Once you get one of those, you don't throw them away.
Like you rocked out a Razor Swift like you were Josh Lyman from The West Wing. I was badass.
I wanted to have the landline, but
the boop 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 was just the whole thing was brilliant. You always bring such a witty interpretation to both your characters and whatever number that you do. Which is why you keep ending up in the anchor position because I'm always like howling hysterically and I'm like, yep, he's the anchor again.
Yeah. Just clever, thoughtful, and again, you made me remember. I'm like, oh my God, like yes, again, like I was just like, where the hell is my Snuggie? Like I was like thinking like after this I have to go back in all my bins and like look for it, even though like why would I ever pull it out? Like it's summer. I'm not gonna wear my Snuggie right now, but like I just want to find it.
I think the best testament to infomercials, especially the ones that you did, is that there actually are brick and mortar as seen on TV stores where they sell all the stuff in infomercials and you can walk into the store and actually get it.
that's how I thought of this idea, because when you said as seen on TV for the theme, I immediately saw the logo and was like, I couldn't think of anything except infomercials after that.
No, but it was brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and your wit and your charm. You're a fantastic performer. And as always, we are blessed to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Guys, round of applause. Mr. Wayne Henry. His social is there on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Tonight's show was awesome. This is almost as much as a throwback trip. Don't run away, even though you hear us wrapping up. There's one more number. But this is almost as much of a nostalgic trip as our 80s show was for Christmas.
It was. I mean, in a lot of ways, you know, it was like so much. Really, like there was a lot of decades we went through.
Yes, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting everything to be modern, and we got Lucy and the Honeymooners and like 80s, 70s, 80s infomercials. Like we span the decades. Kudos to our entire fantastic cast. Thank you so much for bringing it to us. Kudos to our fantastic audience for sticking around with us all night. And watching our fantastic performers. If you enjoyed what you saw tonight, the virtual tip scroll is there at the bottom at GeekLifeRules, Venmo, PayPal, Cash. The performers will graciously appreciate it, as do us. Before we wrap up, we've got one more number we're going to show. We're going to go back to WandaVision again, one last time before we wrap up, with an interesting take on it. That's all I'm going to say. But before we do, our next show is August 19th. It is our annual summer sci-fi show that we always do. We hope to see you guys there. We're putting together a fantastic show for you. As always, Star Trek and Star Wars and other stuff. I physically will be at Hati Tati on August 12th. The Hati Tati Burlesque is coming back, and they're coming back with a salute to Star Trek. If you didn't know, now you know. So go out there, and you want to see Cherry and Handsome Brad and all of their wonderful burlesque geek performers. That's where I will be, rocking my Lower Decks uniform. So we hope to see you there. September, we're taking a month off, and then we'll be back in the real world in October for our road to New York Comic Con. So we hope you guys who are in the tri-state in the area come and check that out. Or if you're coming to New York Comic Con, come and check that out. Guys, before we go, please, big round of applause to your illustrious host, Miss Kate Hoover, tonight.
Thank you so much. I mean, honestly, I mean, is it now? Wait, inappropriate. Damn it! I did it right the first time. So, also, wonderful job to you, Lawrence. As always, like, I mean, listen, I say it time and time and time and time again. We would not be here if it weren't for him. He is, you know, the Deus Machina. He's, you know.
I would not be here if it wasn't for you.
He's the Captain Kirk. Like, he is the one that, like, brings the ship home. He, like, does what needs to be done. And, you know, I'm so thankful that he's brought me on board. And, you know, he is the best. So, I mean, and can I say it? Like,
can you say what?
The last performer this evening. And he's going to give you, so for those of you that saw the pre-show, I was talking about this, like, documentary I saw all about, like, this musical festival, and, like, you know, one of the performers was Stevie Wonder. And I mean, you should see this musical. It's Questlove's new documentary, but, like, yeah, like, Stevie Wonder was one of the performers in it, and, like, so Lawrence is doing a Stevie Wonder song, and he's doing it with a geek flair, and it's I don't know, like, I love it so much. Just thank you so much for continuing to produce so many amazing numbers and, you know, performances, and be who you are, Lawrence. You're so fabulous. Truly you are.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, I can, like, I'm also thankful to, like, all of our amazing, incredible performers. And
I'm inspired by having very creative and thankfully very positive, genuine people around me. So, like you. So thank you so much, and thanks to our wonderful people who've stuck around and supported us over the years doing these geek escapades, shall I say?
But, like, honestly, you sound so good in this song. I'm so excited for everyone to hear you rock out and end this show in such an amazing way. It's the perfect way to end this segment. This you know, perfect homage to the TV.
Yep. With that, guys, thank you so much. Good night. God bless. The after party link is in the description box, because I actually remembered to do it this time. And if not, then will someone be so kind? By someone, I mean our wonderful and oh so gracious after party host, Jamal, put it in the event page for people to find. And we will see you next month. Yay.
Please enjoy.
My name is Nick Fury, former director of the Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement and Logistics Division. But that was a stupid name that was too long, so we just called it SHIELD. Now, someone, somewhere, made the decision to send me a field report from a whole new acronym agency on the events in Westview, New Jersey, that was over 10 hours long. So as that was a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. And ain't nobody got time for that. Here is my condensed report on the events of Operation WandaVision. Say what again? Watching WandaVision, we're beyond belief. She calls it WandaVision, where she televised her grief. Imaginary children, all sitting in a row. She She purges all her trauma while you watch her TV show. If you believe in things that flow through scarlet hands, then you're watching. WandaVision is the way. Starting WandaVision, high concept, black and white. But like every Marvel movie, ends in a superhero fight. She's living in that daydream, work to keep it going full, with positivity and vision, but sadness in her soul. If you believe in things flowing through scarlet hands, then you're watching. WandaVision is the way. Yeah, 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 yeah. So check out WandaVision, a triple play on words. I love that WandaVision, a TV treat for nerds. Now if I break the fourth wall and go meta with my song, hope you watched, 'cause spoiler warning, it was Agatha all along.
And I killed Sparky too.
When money flows from your purse into Disney Plus hands, then you're watching WandaVision all the way. WandaVision is the way. WandaVision is the way. WandaVision is the way. WandaVision is the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about.